So. Oh ja, das wollte ich so sagen und dann habe ich verschluckt. Opa, die schaukelt. Opa, die schaukelt. Er geht so unter in dieser Kleidung, ey. Er geht so unter in dieser Kleidung. Wo ist der kleine Elf? Hey, ich bin ein Dalish, ja. Ein ganzer... Nein. Ich bin ein Dalish, ich bin ein Jäger. So. Kein Hauself. Nein, das ist kein Hauself. Mit Domizierten? Mhm. Hallo Anja. Soll ich von Philipp grüßen? Und sagen, wenn irgendwas ist, fragenmäßig oder sonst was, dann, ja. Dann ist er da. Genau. Ich werde von meinem Hund gerade angesabbert. Warum musst du deinen Teil eigentlich genau neben mir fressen? Keine Ahnung, wer hier Sachen nimmt und einfach weg ist. Cole wieder. Ach, Cassandra, ja, mit der kann man mal reden. Ach gut, ich weiß ja nicht, wie passiert. Ja.
You knew where Hawk was all along.
You're damned right I did.
You conniving little shit.
You kidnapped me. You interrogated me. What did you expect?
Hey, enough!
You're taking his side?
I said enough!
We needed someone to lead this Inquisition. First, Liliana and I searched for the hero of Ferelden, but he had vanished. Then we looked for Hawk, but he was gone too. We thought it all connected, but no. It was just you. You kept him from us.
The Inquisition has a leader.
Hawk would have been at the Conclave if anyone could have saved Most Holy...
Varric's not responsible for what happened at the Conclave.
I was protecting my friend.
Ja.
Varric is a liar, Inquisitor. A snake. Even after the Conclave, when we needed Hawk most, Varric kept him secret.
He's with us now. We're on the same side.
We all know whose side you're on, Varric. It will never be the Inquisition's.
Attacking him now won't help us, Cassandra.
Ha! Exactly.
And you better not be keeping anything else from us.
Ah, I understand.
I must not think of what could have been. We have so much at stake. Go, Varric. Just go.
Das war hart.
You know what I think? If Hawk had been at the temple, he'd be dead too. You people have done enough to him.
Das stimmt.
I believed him. He spun his story for me and I swallowed it. If I just explained what was at stake, if I just made him understand... But I didn't, did I? I didn't explain why we needed Hawk. I'm such a fool.
You're too hard on yourself, Cassandra.
Not hard enough, I think.
You can't believe that.
I want you to know, I have no regrets. Maybe if we'd found Hawk or the hero of Ferelden, the Maker wouldn't have needed to send you. But he did. You're not what I'd pictured. But if I've learned anything, it's that I know less than nothing.
Tja. Vivian.
What a fascinating life you lead, my dear. First you fall out of the Fade, then you're attacked by an archdemon. If you wanted more public attention, you could have just held a ball.
I didn't do anything. Corypheus is the one who attacked us.
Doing nothing is exactly your mistake, my dear. You left yourself vulnerable to attack. It was a miscalculation, one that I'm sure you won't repeat. That the enemy struck a serious blow against you and the Inquisition. We must recognize that. You must.
For every person I saved, 2 more were cut down. I failed them.
You haven't failed them, my dear. The men and women who fight for you gave their lives for a great cause, and they fought to the end. The rest still fight, and you will fail them if you give up now. Our enemy advances, Inquisitor. We must not sit idly by. Act first, and teach them to fear us. You can become the leader the faithful require, but you must do it soon.
Wow, sie hat mir mal zugestimmt. Nee, muss ich nach unten. Das ist Urso. Da knabbert gerade hier was an meinem Bein rum. Irgendwie hat er sich das gerade zu, weiß ich nicht. Irgendwie finde das gerade toll, hier bei mir zu liegen und auf was rumzukauen, was ich ihm gegeben habe. Das ist aber doch gerade mein Bein. Mahlzeit Urso, sagt Anja. Ach, er hört auch gleich auf zu knacken, gleich hat er es geschafft.
He's in the Dales. He fights for the people. What people? People who need him. That is so vague as to me.
Oh, Blackwall.
At your service.
Varric's friend Hawk said there were suspicions of corruption in Grey Warden ranks. Do you know anything about that?
Corruption? What sort of corruption?
Corypheus. He's been known to influence the minds of Wardens.
That could very well explain why so many have disappeared.
If this is true, then all Wardens are in danger. Even you. We'd better find your brothers.
I agree. If Hawk's given you an idea where to start, we should get moving immediately.
Nothing right now. Perhaps in a bit.
Aua! Das tut
Our
weh.
mounts have never had better.
Mhm. Kann ich wieder welche kaufen? Kann tatsächlich. Aber die habe ich doch schon alle. Ah nee, die muss ich erst ja wieder kaufen. Oder? Ich muss ja mal gucken, ob ich alle Tiere habe oder ob ich... Weil das dänische Halbblut habe ich doch. Ja. Habe ich auch. Habe ich. Oh, so ein schwarzer. Habe ich. Das Sumpfeinheuer.
That'll do fine.
Huch. Kallen. Quest. Hey, Kallen.
Inquisitor, I've found where the Red Templars come from. They're in full redoubt. The Knights were fed red lyrium until they turned into monsters. Samson took over after their corruption was complete.
How do you know Samson?
He was a Templar in Kirkwall, until he was expelled from the Order. I knew he was an addict, but this... Red lyrium is nothing like the lyrium given by the Chantry. Its power comes with a terrible madness.
The Red Templars swarming Haven were proof enough.
We cannot allow them to gain strength. The Red Templars still require lyrium. If we find their source, we can weaken them and their leader.
Are you angrier at Corypheus or Samson?
I don't know. Samson at least should know better. Caravans of red lyrium are being smuggled along trade roads. Investigating them could lead to where it's being mined. If you confront them, be wary. Anything connected to Samson will be well guarded.
Okay, Kallen, wenn du das sagst. Dann glauben wir dir mal. Hui, nochmal. welchen Zug ich hast du es hier, Kyle?
As leader of the Inquisition, you... There's something I must tell you.
Whatever it is, I'm willing to listen.
Right. Thank you. Lyrium grants Templars our abilities, but it controls us as well. Those cut off suffer. Some go mad, others die. We have secured a reliable source of lyrium for the Templars here. But I no longer take it.
You stopped?
When I joined the Inquisition. It's been months now.
You've never complained.
Why would I? I chose this. After what happened in Kirkwall, I couldn't. I will not be bound to the Order, or that life any longer. Whatever the suffering, I accept it. But I would not put the Inquisition at risk. I've asked Cassandra to watch me. If my ability to lead is compromised, I will be relieved from duty.
Are you in pain?
I can endure it.
Thank you for telling me. I respect what you're doing.
Thank you, Inquisitor. The Inquisition's army must always take priority. Should anything happen, I will defer to Cassandra's judgment.
Juhu, ich habe einen Commander, der auf Entzug ist. Okay. Ah, hier ist noch. Gut, okay.
Strangest thing. When I reached down, my dagger was gone. Just gone. Know where I found it? In a barrel. The thing was filled to the brim with daggers. Got the strangest feeling. I know someone took it right off my belt, but I can't recall who.
Ach, Cole wieder. Oh, Knallhart in der Oberstadt habe ich gefunden. Seit 5. Ich weiß noch, was wir hier für einen Lachgrad gekriegt haben, Anja. Als Knallhart in der Oberstadt, als wir Knallhart in der Oberstadt gefunden haben.
Of course.
Das war mega witzig. Was haben wir
What are you
gemacht?
doing?
Listening. Eyes rough, jangling armor hurts my ears, back aching, fingers too clumsy for knots. Wind cool like Aunt Eloise's pond, lips scalded as I sip, warmth blossoms, first kiss in the barn, what was his name? Tin jangle as the blood spills, Pierre's wrapped body on the wagon to the chantry, 5 more minutes, my fault.
Can you listen to anyone's mind like you did hers?
No, they have to need me. Pain, fear, sadness, guilt, anger, hurt. Things I can fix.
Can you do something for her?
Yes. It's okay. Nothing you did mattered.
What? Who are you?
They lie there, and sometimes they die, just like Pierre. You can't save them.
I don't know who you are.
Wait. That didn't work. Let me try again. You'll forget me in a minute.
What are you going to do?
Make her forget me. Then do it again, the right way.
Ich warte mal ab und ziehe mir zu.
You can't save all of them.
What?
Like Pierre getting sick after you snuck out to Aunt Eloise's pond. You want it to be your fault, so there's a reason and it's not so frightening. But there is no reason. Pierre just got sick. The soldier was never going to live. It wasn't your fault. Better.
So you walk into their lives, make them feel better, and they just forget you.
Yes. It's better to help and then be gone. If I stay, it can be frightening.
For you or for them?
Yes. Thank you for letting me help her. It's not how a person would do it. But it helped. That's what matters.
Cole, wir müssen ihm mal einiges beibringen, glaube ich. Ah, dann.
Haven was a cock-up, Herald, Inquisitor. But you did right by me, and others. We'll pay you back.
How do you know they won't attack here?
Darkspawn don't think, they flow.
That got a little heated. You all right?
Well, that depends. How angry is Cassandra? I wasn't trying to keep secrets. I told the Inquisition everything that seemed important at the time.
Ich kann verstehen, dass er Hawk beschützen wollte. Das kann ich sehr gut verstehen. Ah. Aber er hat recht, wenn jetzt ein Hawk da gewesen wäre, wäre er jetzt auch tot gewesen. Aber
I bet Cassandra regrets how things went back there. You should talk to her.
I appreciate that you're trying to keep the peace, but things between me and the Seeker are as good as they'll get. I keep hoping none of this is real. Maybe it's all some bullshit from the Fade, and it'll just disappear. I know I need to do better. I'm sorry.
nein. Upsala.
Corypheus is back. Oh, shit.
You said he was a Darkspawn or a Magister. What is he really?
I'm not sure. I don't think Corypheus really knows either. He's definitely a Darkspawn, but when we found him, it was pretty obvious he hadn't heard that. He thinks he's a Magister, a priest of Dumat, in fact. He says he broke into the Golden City, like in the Chantry tale.
If you and Hawk defeated him once, we can do it again.
We didn't just think Corypheus was dead. He was dead. No pulse, no breath, full of stab wounds. There wasn't a lot of room for doubt. It makes me wonder. I thought the Wardens imprisoned Corypheus to use him. Maybe they did it because he can't be killed.
How did you and Hawk even wind up in a Grey Warden prison for ancient Darkspawn?
Corypheus sent people after Hawk. He actually got control of an entire Carter clan. Made them drink Darkspawn blood. Weird shit. We tracked the Carter to an old dwarven fort or something in the mountains. Of course, it turned out to be a trap. They needed Hawk's blood to open the locks holding Corypheus, and they drew us into the prison to get it.
There has to be a way to defeat Corypheus. We'll find it, don't worry.
I hope you're right. Maker's breath, what have I let loose?
You had nothing to do with this, Varric.
I was the one who led Hawk to Corypheus. If I hadn't tracked the Carter to that ruin. But you've got more important things to do than listen to me worry. Just let me know when you want something shot.
Ich höre mir doch auch deine Sorgen an, Varric. Ach, du sturer Sack, du.
We can't fight a god. The Elder Thing's not a god. He's Darkspawn. They make us no Darkspawn. But they say Darkspawn to cut the sky. To claim the throne.
Die Wände sind sehr hellhörig.
And what else did Lady Forsythia say? That she'd rather drown herself than help the Inquisition. Anything else? She said she'd have us flogged alive if we allied with her brother. That does sound like her. Cheer up, Josie. We at least have her attention. You always do find the brighter side of things. We are in the midst of cementing an alliance with Lady Forsythia of Nevada, your worship. It's become a somewhat delicate task.
Can I do anything to help negotiations?
Thank you, but I believe I have matters in hand. I dissuaded her from sending soldiers when she learned we'd struck an accord with a brother she's feuding with. Lady Forsythia simply employs a colorful manner of speech.
Dealing with so many demanding, strong-willed people can't be easy.
It's no less intense than my days at court, Inquisitor, I assure you. But I confess I do miss my staff from the embassy in Antiva. It was always useful to discuss the day's visitors with them.
I have time, if you'd like to review things with me.
I wouldn't wish to impose.
If it were imposing, I wouldn't have offered.
Well, I admit there are a few potential alliances it would be good to discuss. Right on the parlor floor, in front of everyone at the soiree. Who does such a thing in front of their guests?
The Duke of Kellington, apparently.
And then there's Cole's lurking. It frightens our guests half to death. Lord Gennard still won't respond to our letters. Then there's Dorian. The man refuses to take anything seriously unless it suits its whim. Not to mention... Oh goodness. Have we been here an hour already?
It went by so quickly, I didn't even notice.
You're far too polite. I didn't intend to go on for so long. You must think me quite the gossip.
You've been working continually since I met you, Josephine.
And that can't stop. I must be going. But I leave feeling less troubled than I have in weeks.
Ah. Ach, sind wir in meinem Gemach. So was. Oh. Ja, die Dialogoption sollte ich vielleicht mal freischalten. Ja, der Gegenstände sind natürlich geil, aber ich glaube, ich werde erstmal einen Dialog. Autodialog habe ich ja schon. Geheimes Video. Mache ich mal alles wissen.
At your service. Inquisitor.
Inquisitor.
Hast du auch was zu tun, Colin? Oh, ich will ja noch Dorian vorbeigucken. Dann mach ich das jetzt mal.
What's the chant say about this? I never heard it.
Oh, was soll das reden? Immer erst.
Apologies, Your Worship. Running.
He made them darkspawn. That's why there's blight, and we have to give wardens our weapons. You still miss that bloody It was a good flame.
Greetings. What do you know about the Fade?
A great deal, from my wanderings. There are few hard facts, but I can share what I have learned.
I'd like to know more about the Veil.
Circle mages call it a barrier between this world and the Fade. But according to my studies in ancient elven lore, that is a vast oversimplification. Without it, imagine if spirits entered freely. The Fade was not a place one went, but a state of nature like the wind.
Sounds like it would be wonderful.
Erstmal ein bisschen
And dangerous.
Honig ums Maul
But
schmieren.
yes, a world where imagination defines reality. Where spirits are as common as trees or grass. Instead, spirits are strange and fearful. And the Fade is a terrifying world touched only by mages and dreamers. I am glad that I'm not alone in seeing the beauty of such a world, along with the obvious peril.
I'd like to know more about the Breach.
Simply put, it is a tear in the veil between this world and the Fade, allowing spirits to enter the world physically. Small tears occur naturally when magic weakens the veil, or when spirits cluster at an area that has seen many deaths. But your anchor, as Corypheus calls it, allows you some control over the breach. That suggests it was deliberate.
I'd like to know more about demons.
The Chantry says that demons hate the natural world and seek to bring their chaos and destruction to the living. But such simplistic labels misconstrue their motivations, and in so doing, do all a great disservice. Spirits wish to join the living, and a demon is that wish gone wrong.
Is there a way to coexist? To live with them? If not in peace, at least without such active confrontation?
Not in the world we know today. The veil creates a barrier that makes true understanding most unlikely. But the question is a good one, and it matters that you thought to ask.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Yay! Wir waren mal einer Meinung. Huch. Ah, falsch. Ich hab mal ein bisschen aufgemacht, ne? Mal ein bisschen Luft hier reinlassen.
Apologies, Your Worship. Running.
Ja. Danke für den Brief. Schock.
Always with the questions. What will people say?
I've been told something about an amulet.
How did you hear that? Oh, Liliana. Of course she would find out. Don't make an issue of it. I don't want someone solving my personal problems for me. I'll get the amulet back. Somehow. On my own.
I'm not entirely certain what it is.
The Parvus birthright. The flashy thing you show peons to make them tremble at your impressive lineage. I didn't leave Tevinter with much in the way of coin, so I sold it. Entirely forbidden, of course, and foolish, but I was desperate. I'll figure something out.
You don't even like your family. Why would you want it back?
Because it's mine, and it shouldn't be passed around like candy.
That's the only reason.
It's reason enough. Leave it be.
There are plenty of ways to skin a nug, Dorian. We'll think of something.
And I will. I'll get it back. I lost the amulet. I may not have your resources, but I can't ask you to... You have too many people asking you for everything under the sun. I won't be one of them.
Du kannst mir um alles bitten, das weißt du.
I need to talk to you.
Oh. I am, as you say down south, all ears.
Let's do something interesting.
More interesting than wandering the countryside killing random strangers? Perish the thought. This castle of yours isn't exactly filled with diversions, but we can figure something out.
Huch. Was war das?
Fancy meeting you here.
I need to talk to you.
About how much you adore me, I assume? I hear that so often.
Naja, dann möchte ich ja gerne ein Küsschen haben.
I was hoping to steal a moment alone with you.
I need to talk to you, he says. Have it your way, but let's go where 100 onlookers won't think I'm stealing the Inquisitor's soul.
Yay! Knutschi! So. Ah, da kann man doch gleich besser arbeiten. Ah, so. Wieder an die Inquisitionsarbeit. Ach, Liliana wollte ich noch fragen. Hallo, Fiona.
It doesn't surprise me you found the Wardens mixed up in all this. From first-hand experience, you should be wary any time my old order is involved.
I trust everything is well with the mages.
There have been a few scuffles with your Templars, but overall, it is going well.
Also immer das Gleiche.
I'll leave you to it.
Ach, das war hier oben. Schmoppels? Ihr werdet euch sicherlich freuen zu hören, dass es euren Freunden gut geht. Schmoppels der Zweite ist mit seinem Futter noch immer unzufrieden und versucht ständig in die Vorratskammer zu kommen. Ich musste einen Riegel anbringen, woraufhin er nun ständig winselt. Die zwei Kleinen sind immer noch anstrengend. Aber es gibt gute Neuigkeiten. Ich konnte Klößchen abgewöhnen, sich auf dem Seitenteppich zu erleichtern, den euch Justine geschenkt hatte. Felicine von nebenan ist fast jeden Tag vorbeigekommen, mit den Nachs zu spielen. Sie ist wirklich entzückend und Schmoppel 2 hat sie richtig gern. Ich nehme an, der Grund dafür ist, dass sie ihm Süßigkeiten aus dem Laden ihres Vaters mitbringt. Bedauerlicherweise musste ich ihre Kinderfrau jedoch bitten, sie von weiteren Besuchen im Haus abzuhalten, da es dort vorletzte Nacht einen Einbruchsversuch gab. Ein Spion eines der Blanchards wollte hinter einige Geheimnisse der Nachtigall kommen. Ich habe ihn überwältigt und verhört, was angesichts seiner erbärmlichen Willenskraft auch ziemlich einfach war. Irgendjemand sollte mal mit dem Blanchards über ihre Spione sprechen. Ich musste ihm lediglich Schmoppels 2 vor das Gesicht halten und ihm erzählen, dass der arme Kleine noch nichts zu fressen hatte. Euer Haustier hat seine Rolle übrigens hervorragend gespielt. Ich habe eure Anweisungen erhalten und werde mich so rasch wie möglich auf den Weg nach Freunde machen. Gerade wird sich dann weiter um die Nachs kümmern. Sperling. Ja, die Nachs. Schmoppels. Schmoppels. Ach, das war nett bei Dragon Age 1.
Your open support for the mages likely earned you enemies. Our agents will monitor the situation. If the most opposed can be identified, we may still turn this to our advantage.
You're not planning assassinations, are you?
I was planning to unleash Josephine on them. She kills with kindness. Regardless, I applaud you for the courage to stand up for the mages.
I'll leave you to your work.
Frische Luft. Da. Ach nee, das muss ich am Tisch tun.
So mortals
Hello,
trying to
Inquisitor.
find the maker
Honored to
and
help
that
with
becomes
these,
blind.
whatever they are.
It's just a story to scare children. Where does it come from? What was
Gatzi!
Honored, Inquisitor. Gotzi Sturhald. Did my part on the walls. Now I'm on this strange collection you've brought us. Don't know its worth to the fight exactly, but it's good workmanship.
Any ideas about the origins of these reliefs?
To Vinter, early. It's in the tool marks, the grain. That's hard dust mined from the 100 Pillars, if I know anything. Oh, I suppose the scene is probably full of Tevinter robes, too.
The 100 Pillars?
Damnedest things. Massive spires that aren't stone. It's like a mortar. Don't know more than that. Strong, though.
Where did you learn your skills?
Orzammar. Carved a few statues in my day. And before you ask, yes, I chose to leave. I carved a paragon who turned out to be a sodding madwoman. Couldn't stand looking at it. The memory of a dwarf, right?
Do you have insight into the stories these tiles are supposed to depict?
Tell you what, you finish one, and I'll write it up. Who better, right? A good dwarven perspective.
Another time.
Best of the vein, Inquisitor.
Ja, genau. Das brauche ich nochmal dafür. Ich weiß nicht mal was.
The order was sent?
This morning. How are the rescue efforts? Have they found anyone alive?
Excavation is slow, as you can imagine.
Let's see what we have.
Ach hier, kann man ein bisschen Ressourcen suchen.
To work?
Ja, meinetwegen Obsidian. Ist in Ordnung. So. Wollen wir jetzt mal bei Royo? Ach, jetzt kann ich doch nicht hier machen. Ist egal. Habe ich nochmal ein bisschen Auftrag gegeben, ist in Ordnung. Oh. Ich habe meinen Hals verdreht ein bisschen. Ah. Schauen wir uns doch mal. So.
You must admit that new leadership would be refreshing.
I admit nothing of the sort. Empress Celine is a fine leader.
You only say such because you've navigated her game unscathed.
What other measure would I use? That is Olay.
Mhm. Ich muss gerade Philipp was sagen. Wie er den Hund zu hüten hat.
Inquisitor. Good, good. This is exactly what I was hoping for.
What? Is that why we're here? I said I wanted to do this myself. I don't want to be indebted to anyone, least of all you.
I apologize, but that won't be possible. Do forgive me, Inquisitor. But when I heard of your association with Monsieur Palace, I could not resist. It's not coin I seek for the amulet, but influence. Influence you possess, but which the young man does not. Provided, of course, you desire the amulet for your friend.
Aren't you a merchant? Why not just sell it back?
I am not a fence, monsieur. I only bought your friend's amulet because of what it is. I do business in the Imperium. Having a birthright, even one not your own, is most useful in select situations.
Huh. He's got the right of it there.
That's why I gave the young man so much. If he relinquished it, how is that my doing?
You want something from me. What would you like?
The Ligue de Celestine is an organization of wealthy noblemen in Orlais. I would join, but I lack the lineage. If someone like you applied pressure, they would admit me. That would be worth the return of the amulet.
What do you think, Dorian?
Leave the man be. I got myself into this. I should get myself out of it.
Perhaps you should accept your friend's help, monsieur.
Kafas! I know what you think, and he's not my friend. He's... Never mind what he is.
As you desire. Even so, that is the price. I shall accept no other.
So, der war richtig. Der zickt aber richtig. Oh, guck dir mal den Ausdruck von meinem Elfen an. Der springt ihm gleich an die Gehle. Noch was nachgucken kurz. Da war nämlich irgendwas. Okay. Ich bin etwas gerade verwirrt. Klar, er ist dagegen, wenn ich ihn das nehme. Natürlich, das ist klar. Ich muss mal gerade gucken. Ja, der Dorian, der stolze Sack. Wie geht denn das nochmal? Wenn ich jetzt Ja sage... Ich habe vorher gespeichert. Wenn ich jetzt Ja sage... Dann findet das zwar gut. Was er mich verärgern, findet das auch nicht toll. Und ich nehme eure Bedingungen an, dann findet das auch nicht super. Aber ich kann es ihm überreichen. Gott, ich muss gerade echt nochmal gucken. Nicht, dass ich mir irgendwas verbaue. Ich bin jetzt mal einverstanden. Das wird er nicht toll finden, aber...
Very well. I'll do as you ask.
What? You're going to give in to this cretin?
Do you want your amulet back?
Yes, I do. I simply...
Much obliged, your worship. The moment I receive an invitation from the League, I'll have the amulet delivered. It's been an honor doing business with you.
Influence mongering. I don't want to be in your debt. I don't want to be in anyone's debt.
You don't think...
I don't want to discuss it.
Hässliche Zicke. Okay, er war jetzt nicht dagegen.
You know, I met Madame de Fer once, years ago at an imperial ball.
Impressive. Did she say anything?
She said I was short, and she passed
Diese
me on
kleine
the head.
Zicke.
I suppose that's something.
Wie er dann gleich sagt, nein, ich bin nicht sein Freund. Oh, wie mein Elf dann geguckt hat. So. Jetzt wird mir der kalt, glaube ich. Man muss wieder Heizung anmachen. Der Kühler hier.
Celine offers stability, and the game we know. Quite true. There is nothing uncertain about it.
Wonderful.
Of course.
It's the Grand Ball in the Winter Palace, you stubborn.
Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
Don't play games, Inquisitor. Corypheus will break you again and again. He cannot be denied.
Just say what?
What is that?
Ugh.
Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve.
Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're... And you're an elf. Well, hope you're not too elfy. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
They say I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you? And what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
Why didn't you take their weapons?
Because no breaches.
Hey.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Lord Inquisitor, you're weird. I'd like to join.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. But if you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
So who are your Friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
Oh, it's not
Falls
hard to
Musik, was ist
understand
Philipp?
if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep, or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
Back there you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead, yeah? I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Skyhold. See you there, Inquisitor. This will be grand.
Zu viele Reithosen. So. Ich kann hier nicht. Okay. Ey, hast du mir gerade mein Wasser weggenommen? Oh, ich habe Kopfschmerzen. Das Wetter ändert sich bei uns drastisch gerade. Drastisch stark, ja. Was mit der Verrückten noch reden?
Well, about time you came around to talk, innit? Sign me up, then, not so much as a welcome. Little busy, I hope, making sure this new place can keep out a pissing archdemon. And the thing controlling it, that we're hunting. Droste, what did I step in?
I've apparently been through a lot. Yes, Corypheus was a surprise.
No, a surprise would be, oh, I stepped in dog shite. No one says, oh, a Magister God monster, I'm surprised. Impossible things aren't surprises.
I can't help if you don't explain what's wrong exactly.
It's got to be nonsense, doesn't it? We're kind of screwed if it isn't. I mean, that Coryphe thing. A Magister, right? Story is, he cracked the Golden City. But that's a hazy dream. If not, Seat of the Maker, real thing. A seat needs a book, so the Maker, real thing. Fairy stories about the start and end of the world, real things. It's too far, innit? I just want to plug the Skyhole rubbish so I can go play.
You joined to help the little people caught up in this. But do you believe it or not?
In Andraste? Of course.
But you doubt what you're seeing and hearing.
It can't be true. Even fanatics don't want to be this right. Look, I have arrows. I can make this Corypheus believe in those. Good enough? Please be good enough.
Keep calling it nonsense. That perspective will keep the Inquisition grounded.
Oh, I can do that. Sure could use a few more people shouting no. We fight, the bad things go away, everyone calms down, and everything goes back to normal. A nice, well-paid normal.
You're starting to not sound completely crazy.
I know, scary, innit? So bring 'em on. But first, food. I'm starving.
Ich hab's mir schon mit Vivian verscherzt. Ich will es mich auch mit ihr verscherzen hier. So.
The spiderwebs help
Der Bulle.
off the bleeding.
Ach,
And they
ich wollte
prevent
aber
wounds
erstmal.
from getting infected. Gather as many as you can. The strangest thing, though, I can't recall where I heard that. I think I remember a young man.
Das kann sich doch ein bisschen an Cole erinnern.
Inquisitor.
Hoppala.
Where did demons come from? Mages. But where did they come from?
Aua. Hat's geknackt.
It's a bit cold in here, don't you think?
We are in the mountains.
I'm more concerned about everything scattering whenever there's a draft.
Wir brauchen wahrscheinlich so Dingens.
Did you see the message I sent?
Yes, thank you.
Er braucht sie wahrscheinlich noch ein bisschen. Mach mal, Cullen.
Inquisitor.
Mach mich gerade ein bisschen lautlos, weil ich knabber gerade was. Und dann knusper ich nicht so rein.
Nothing to report, sir. Make it take you!
The waking sea. Somewhere across all that water is Kirkwall.
It was a long journey to Haven.
Considering the company, I'm surprised it didn't feel longer.
Those must be the bandits Harding mentioned. Goodbye!
So, ein bisschen was geknabbert. Oh, sehr gut, Josephine, das bringt dir vor. Urs hat gepupst. Ja, ich will auch noch mal irgendwann mal die Augen zumachen. Ich bin, boah, voll down im Kopf gerade. Aber ich mache das noch mit Dorians Amulett und so und dann. Jetzt gerade suche ich erstmal hier so ein bisschen noch. Mach das. Leg dich mal hin. Ruh dich aus. Nein, halt. Ich hab doch noch Stab. Bitte. Nachher kann man ja wieder was spielen. Wenn du Lust dann hast. Nein! Eisen! Das ist der Treffpunkt. Nimm ruhig rüber.
These must be the missing soldiers.
Murdered. Shit.
That would do it.
I will see that their families are notified when we return.
It looks like the bandits are camped further along the beach. murdered by a group called the Blades of Hessarian. Seems there's a way to challenge their leader.
Hessarian? As in Archon Hessarian? Didn't think Southerners cared for that part of Andraste's story.
Kommt ein Patient schon? Okay.
Inquisitor.
I asked Mother Giselle, and she said you're wrong.
Inquisitor?
The Arcanist has arrived.
You should see for yourself.
Hello there.
Ah, ich kann mich an die Quest mit ihr noch erinnern.
Well, don't just stand there slack-jawed. Let's figure out what you need.
Oops.
You're the magical advisor.
You're him. The Inquisitor. I'm Dagna. Arcanist Dagna. It's an honor, your worship. Is that it? The hand anchor mark? It's pretty. Reach was pretty too, in a destroy everything sort of way.
I welcome you to the Inquisition and look forward to your contribution.
Me too. I've heard some impossible things. I love impossible things. Those are the best to make, well, possible. I've looked at Harrod's devices. The precision is fantastic, but typical. Mundane. Old thinking.
Is what now?
No disrespect meant to the classical trades, but you need a new perspective. I've made adjustments. As long as I keep making them, you can craft just about anything. Almost safely.
Where does a dwarf go to study magical theory?
Get out. I asked myself that question for years. Turns out, not in Orzammar. I had to start at a circle. I had help, though. A Grey Warden, and I am forever grateful. With that sanction, I visited a half-dozen circles. The wonders I've seen. And with an objective eye, I can spot where they overlap. That's a surprise for every teacher. It's a grand tradition, and it works so well with new thinking.
You were quick to join the Inquisition. Is there something you want?
How could I waste a chance to get close to you? And Corypheus? My goodness! And actual physical rifts in the Veil? Also, dwarves? We don't dream. So, when mages talk about it, I can only, well, dream what it would be like. So there's that, and all the things you'll probably find, and what I'll get to make. The rules are different here. Plus, you're paying me a lot. Like, wow, so much.
You mentioned a Grey Warden who helped you start your studies.
Not any Grey Warden. The Grey Warden. The hero of Ferelden is a hero in Orzammar, too. It's incredible that someone like the hero of Ferelden would stop to help the little people. Literally.
The Warden affected you in a special way.
Talk to anyone, they'll say the same. It was a dark time. There was one light. He saved us. Saved me.
You gave up so much, left your home. Was it really that amazing?
Yes. I left my home and my family, but I just knew I could be more than a smith. I wish my people weren't stuck in the past, and I regret that my father couldn't imagine another life for me. But I don't regret what I did.
Your years of study have paid off.
Oh yes, the mages said I brought a valuable perspective. I've even presented my work to the College of Enchanters. I wanted an exchange. The Surface could learn about lyrium smithing, and Orzammar would gain knowledge of magic. But now there's no college. And so far as the Shaper is concerned, I'm castless. So you're getting my best work, Inquisitor. Let's make some great stuff.
All right, rein it in. You have work to do.
Right, sorry. I get carried away when I think of it. Ready when you need me. Ready for anything, Inquisitor.
You seemed impressed by the anchor. What does it look like to you?
I heard what everyone says what you heard Corypheus say. That's a long chain of who said what's. To me, it says key. But keys do a lot of things. Open, lock, switch. Some open one thing, some open everything. It sounds like Corypheus made it to open, but it looks like you can use it to close. It may be that simple. It sure is pretty. Wish I could see through it.
I'll see you later, Dagna.
I can't wait.
Hier herstellen, wahrscheinlich. Ich kann meine Rüstung töten.
We cannot neglect our soldiers' training.
Can we neglect roads? Our allies cannot take the same route through the mountains we did. Let us begin. Inquisitor.
So, dann mache ich jetzt auch mal hier Schluss. Und erstmal noch eine Kleinigkeit und genau. Bis dann. Ciao, ciao.